We are getting the news coming out of Haiti, and it does not sound good, that 2 JDF soldiers has been shot and is in critical condition. According to the source, it was an ambush by who? Barbecue and China gang. Well, if this is true, I know for sure. Hope that they live through, because they're in critical condition, as them said. And if it is go to the worst, if they're dead, somebody in Jamaica have to go resign. Somebody in Jamaica have to go to prison. Oh God. Very strong. They're like Chuck. You are the people who responsible for the security portfolio. We are warning. We are warning.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. Now we know that there has been all sorts of controversy. People are saying it seems as if Andrew Holness sent the troops, meaning Popo and Soldier, over to Haiti to align with the Kenyan troops for help to solve the situation in Haiti. However, like the saying goes, if you can't dance at your yard, or you have to dance abroad. If you can't manage the situation in a Jamaica, how is it that you intend to manage the situation in a Haiti that is a gazillion times even worse? But we understand that Jamaicans are just a part. They are not in the management part of the whole thing. However, their lives are going to be in danger. Now, people, when we listen to videos like this, we easily can just go and Google, do some sorts of search and see if what this person is saying is true. Based on a simple Google search or just any sorts of research, I did not find any sorts of credibility in what this man is saying. So therefore, when you think about the source might be in his own deluded head. When you think about the source that this is a TikTok, which is the worstest platform on social media, persons are not even responsible for what they say or think or do. We should not give any sorts of credibility to it. However, based on information that I am getting from credible sources such as CNN, News Network, these soldiers from Kenya, all of the soldiers combined, they are on the siege. They are under immense fire on a daily basis. Based on whenever the troops go out on any sorts of mission, all sorts of corner blaze upon them, it is good that they have some sorts of bulletproof vehicle to repel any sorts of high-powered rifle, SHOTS. As a matter of fact, in a documentary that I was watching, you could see these two from Kenya and the others driving through a specific era when they came on the FIRE from barbecue and his people. The people, them just play it off, just call it rain. Pretty much raindrops is what they call the con. So therefore, these people, yes, they are under pressure. Yes, they are under siege. Yes, their lives are in danger, including the Jamaican troops. Don't know if any Jamaican troop was conned up. Don't know if any of them lost their life. But me just say, we should not be surprised based on the conditions in which they are working in. And people, just watch the maths. The US, who is financing this mission, does not have too much troops, if any sorts of troop there, any at all. However, they are financing the mission, but they refuse to send their soldiers in an arm's way. However, Jamaicans, because we are so licky, meaning the government, meaning the JDF, we send people because we know say money in it. Money is the motive. So therefore, these people are like sacrificial lambs that are over in Haiti. Their lives are in danger. Make it make sense. Point blank and period. Now there's a saying that goes something like this. Whenever it rains and it pours on people, it seems as if it has been torrential rain in a Jamaica as it pertains to these school children that are FIGHTING each other, attack each other, juk up each other. We heard about a case in which a 14-year-old that was on trial for a 15-year-old juk him up, Based on what his lawyer said, he took away the naira from him. So therefore, the victim was the assailant, and the assailant was actually the person that was juk. We saw the video with the mother bawling, saying that she cannot believe that she did not get any sorts of justice. We also saw a video that was trending all over social media, wherein a 12-year-old and a next big youth clot up a little youth that was much smaller than them. We also saw a next video in which some girl student was fighting over some sorts of man. Pretty much one of the student girls stripped down her clothes, run down the girl about 100 meters, and then the ratacan began. Fast forward, less than a day ago in a place called Monique, these students are fighting each other with all sorts of big stone right in front of the power station in a Monique. People make it makes any sorts of sense. It just shows you the mentality. It just shows you the lack of proper parental guidance as it pertains to these parents and these students. Don't know if I kick them up. Don't know what type of dysfunctional home they come from, but there is obviously no source of discipline. And this video is further proof that the Jamaican morals and ethics as it pertains to parents and students has plummeted to the abyss of hell. It can't get any sorts of worse. It the back of dark, it the back of time. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called tragedy. I am speaking about an unfortunate incident that took place in a place called Skibo that is in West Portland, where the community is in mourning, and this is after a family or a group of family, some coming from United States overseas, for some sorts of family reunion. It is said that a 19-year-old that lost his life came to Jamaica with his father. They came to visit the grandparent and other family members. They was having some sorts of outing close to some sorts of river in a West Portland. Based on the information, it is said that the 19-year-old from foreign same will get some sorts of dip in a some sorts of river. It seems as if his 31-year-old brother that lives in Jamaica realized that he was in some sorts of danger. That 31-year-old brother then jumped in at the river, tried to save the 19-year-old brother from foreign. However, he also experienced complications of the worstest type. He was also DROWNS in the river. Now, people, the sad thing is that I have the pictures of these two young men laying upon the shore or the side of the river. DEAD, stiff, stone, cold. Cannot show it because of YouTube's policy. However, the message that I am going to put out there, there's a thing that is called whenever the river or the gully come down, you do not want to be in the path or the wrath of that river or that water that is pretty much moving swiftly. There was an incident in Kingston at some gully in which a young lady got into some sorts of trouble. A young man tried to save her. He lost his life. He was washed away and found a couple of days later. It seems as if people did not get the memo. They did not learn from the mistakes of others, because a couple of days later in a place called Castleton Gardens that is in St. Mary, it is said that at least 4 persons were washed away. At least 2 were rescued. A man and a woman. The man that tried to save the woman, both of them lost their life. Their bodies were also found. They were missing on Thursday, found on or about Saturday. So therefore, 2 days later. Fast forward again, Portland West, Skibo to be specific. 2 brothers, family reunion, family visit from foreign and Jamaica link up. This youth went to the river, did not understand the river, did not understand the concept of when the river come down. Don't understand that a lot of these rivers, them have all sorts of drain. That means that the water that is in some sorts of deep part is drained underground. So therefore the current is going to draw you in, especially whenever there's any sorts of rain in the hills And we know say Portland have some sorts of hilly mountainous terrain, so therefore we can expect some sorts of river to come down. So the point that I am trying to make, whenever you have your family that come from foreign or even you that live in Jamaica, if you're not familiar with the river and specific parts of the river, keep the FUCK out. The life that you save might be your own. Hopefully, persons can learn from the mistakes of these two brothers. Just imagine how the father feels. He comes down to Jamaica with his son to visit him father and grandfather or grandfather, and then hear or see his son laying on the shores of this river. People, we are speaking about tragic. All of this could have easily been prevented if people communicate and take precaution. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on an incident and the video that you see on the screen that took place in the vicinity of the tax administration office that is on Constant Spring Road, right across the street from Immaculate Conception, right at that intersection. The post office is across the street, across the road from the tax office. So therefore, tax office and the post office on the same side, Immaculate Conception, that intersection right there across the street, opposite side of the road. Based on information, it is said that an elderly couple, don't know if they were going to the tax office or leaving the tax office, when some man pan some sorts of yang pull up, try to rob them, don't know if it was GUN point. However, a popo officer that was on duty saw exactly what was taking place. In wheel and pop up, there was some sort of exchange. Don't know if he was blazing up car after them. The men jump on them bike, escape, leave the scene of the crime. Now, people, when you think about the fact that this is a tax office, this is Constant Spring Road, a very busy thoroughfare, well, then again, this is Jamaica. People do anything, anytime, anywhere to anybody. And when we also consider that the Popo station is just a stone throw away, maybe about 50 to 100 meters on the same side as the tax office. But then again, you have to remember, there's also the gully side. There's also Reddy's Road. We are also living in Jamaica, and these persons, criminal elements, them pretty much just look for any sorts of given opportunity. So therefore, it is a crime of opportunity. They are always rolling, strolling upon them yang, and whenever them see any sorts of easy prey, they are going to take advantage of the situation. Luckily, there was a popo right upon the scene of the crime, saw exactly what was happening, and pretty much foiled the whole incident. People, it just shows you these criminal element, lazy boy in Jamaica, they don't want to work, and they are going to prey on the most vulnerable in a society, including your own children, including your granny, your grandma, and your grandpapa. So again, incidents like this prove that it is a very sad state of affairs in Jamaica, wherein these young youths are preying on the elderly. It is only a pity that the popo that was on the scene could not have popped both of them and sent both of them to the afterlife, being the judge, the jury, and the executioner upon spot. Give them some sorts of close casket, send some sorts of strong message to other person with aspiration of robbing. The warning or the statement should be, if you rob granny or grandpa, you should DIE on the spot. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a video that is circulating all over social media, where it seems as if there was some sorts of baptism in some sorts of river. But people, it seems as if that baptism almost went woefully wrong, in which the baptizer and the baptizee almost lost their life. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Keep me true, Lord Jesus, keep me true. For there's a race that I must run.
No. Hey, no. Hey, don't go under the water. You don't want water. Stop your breath.
Stop your breath.
Just relax and go down, man. Relax. We hold you. We hold my breath.
Hey!
In the name of Jesus. Come.
Hold on.
Hold on. You see it? Hold on. Go for that. In the name of Jesus. Hold him. Carry my face in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Hold on. Carry, come.
In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Where Bishop there?
Christ God Almighty.
Bishop
on the water.
Jesus.
Christ God Almighty.
Glory to God. In the name of Jesus. Jesus, the blood of Jesus.
Bishop on the water.
In the name of Jesus.
Bishop on the water, yes. So me talk to them and they not here. Bishop on the water, yes. Bishop on the water, yes. You not talk sometime, you know. This is what I'm saying. Yes, sir. Bishop.
Now, people, like them say, sometimes you have to take bad things and make joke, especially when it seems as if nobody lost their life. Close call, people almost lose them life, meaning the baptizer and the baptizee. Again, I spoke about whenever the river come down. Whenever you are going to go in any sorts of place, especially time like this, rainy season in a Jamaica, where the water is raging, meaning that it is moving swiftly, like them say, still water runs deep. So therefore, not because you see any sorts of wave on top of the river, that does not mean that under the water, under the surface is not moving fast. And people, that is exactly what happened. People, me don't know if this was some sorts of sacrifice. However, when we see some sorts of baptism in which persons under the cloth, meaning man of God, them almost lose them life, you have to wonder if these are some sorts of false prophet. People don't know the specifics, don't know the circumstance. Me just tell you what I feel and I show you what I see. So people, let me know in the comment section what you think about this whole situation wherein a baptism almost gone woefully wrong. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.